Right, so it wasn't that long ago that we spoke about a situation involving a cafe and an influencer and free food and promotion that became this big situation. Well, in today's video, we have something kind of similar. Because in today's video, we're going to be talking about a restaurant owner posting multiple videos calling out a food influencer and claiming that they scammed them. So there's a couple of people you need to be aware of here. The first one being that the restaurant, Las Vegas Kebab Grill. The owner who is speaking in these videos is called Yasmin. Now, another page you need to be aware of here is Delightful Discoveries USA. Yasmin mentions Delightful Discoveries in the videos. I wasn't 100% sure which page it was until I actually read the comment section and she confirm which one it was because there was multiple with similar names. So you can see here, someone posted a screenshot off the page. It had a different picture at the time, but you can tell by the post and like the caption, the followers, all that stuff. That's the one I've just showed you. And as we can see here, Yasmin replied saying that's it. So this is who Yasmin's calling out. And looking down the page, it seems to be like a meme page, I guess. I mean, they do post like food reviews. So you can see one here from Dallas, Texas. They go to Urban Bird Hot Chicken. But they also post a bunch of random stuff. Like this one says, life after seeing the new Spider-Man suit. But they do post food reviews, which is the important thing to note for this situation. So recently, Yasmin uploaded a video calling out Delightful Discoveries.
So I posted a video a couple days ago saying how somebody came into my restaurant, pretty much said, you know, give us food so we can showcase your restaurant and post about it. And I did that. I gave these people free food. And after doing the final calculations, it turned out to be $90 worth of free food that I gave them.
Now, straight away, I can already tell there's going to be some comments in this video basically saying, like, why would Yasmin agree to this? And in the comment section, she did kind of explain this. She saw the page had like 10,000 followers and they post food reviews, thought it would be good for their business. But even if the video did end up getting posted, which, spoiler alert, it didn't, I'm not sure if it really would have had all that much of an impact. I mean, looking at Delightful Discoveries page, the engagement isn't very high. I mean, if we ignore the videos that I pinned on the page, we can see that this got like 9 likes, 13 likes, 95 likes. This one's got 11,000 to be fair, so that's what that popped off, I guess. But still, I'm not sure if it would have been worth it, is what I'm trying to say. But also, like, the audacity to go into a restaurant, like, and not pre-plan anything from what I'm hearing here, and just be like, oh, how about this, right? You can just give me the food for free, and I'll post a video. Even if I made food reviews, I could never bring myself to do that. And even if the free food is offered to you in exchange for you to post a video, you'd probably be a bit cautious about how much you order, right? You don't want to kind of like take the piss, and as we hear in this video, they did kind of order multiple courses. But either way, regardless of the fact that it might not be the best business decision in the world, this situation wouldn't be a situation if they went ahead with a deal. Like if they got their free food, which from what we're hearing here, they did, and then went back and posted a review video, this wouldn't be a thing. So yeah, you can probably see where this is going, can't you?
So I waited. I gave him 1 week to see if he was going to post the video. Today I sent him a message saying, hey, are you posting anything? Because pretty much I just feel like I've been cheated. And he seen this message 2 hours ago. The sucker has not even responded back.
Now, he did eventually respond, and we do have the messages to look through in just a second, but I assume that was after, like, this became a viral situation. And the messages are bizarre, to say the least. He comes across as very defensive in them. We will take a read through in just a second. But first, Yasmin goes on to clarify why she's making this video, and it's to warn of the people that might potentially do business with Delightful Discoveries.
So, if you are in Las Vegas, if you guys get any messages coming from somebody who claims it's called Discovery USA, that's what his page is under, do not do any type of business with this person. He is a fraud, he is a scam, and yeah.
And then it goes on to say that she felt like something sketchy was going on when she took the food over to the table and they just started eating straight away without like taking any pictures or videos.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I already knew. I felt it, you guys. I seriously felt it, how sketchy they were when I seriously put down the first plate and I come back with the second and they're already eating without taking any videos or any pictures. So any restaurants out in Las Vegas, if you guys get this guy saying he is going to do a video for your business and all you have to do is just fork up food for him, do not. He is a fraud. He is a scam. Thanks.
Now, looking at the comments in this video, there's a lot of people saying stuff like even Keith Lee pays for his food, which a lot of people were also saying when I spoke about the previous situation that was kind of similar to this. And I feel like that's the way it should be regardless, right? Because why would you want to listen to a food review from someone who got the food for free and is probably more inclined to say that they like the food, even if they don't? So I feel like from an authenticity standpoint, they should pay for the food, right? There's comments like this one saying he's brave keeping his Insta public, to which Kebab Grill actually replied saying, oh my god, that's him. And looking at the rest of the comments, there's a lot of people saying stuff like, don't give anything for free ever. Someone's actually asked here, like, did you look him up first to see what was being said, or did you just trust his word? To which Yasmin replied saying he claimed 500,000 across platforms and said he did over 150 reviews, so I thought he was legit. So I think one thing that is clear here is that Yasmin should have done more research before, like, this kind of happened, because it could have been avoided. Obviously, Delightful Discoveries are the ones in the wrong here, right? They didn't stick to their part of the deal. They got free foods and apparently just went on with the day. But yeah, like I said earlier, if you actually do take a look through the Instagram page, it becomes pretty clear that it's probably not the best, like, business decision in the world. In the next video, Yasmin thanks people for their support, also goes on to mention that she's going to be posting the screenshots, which we'll get to, and then also mentions that there was 2 people there.
Looking at their page, I am gonna post screenshots of their page. I think they blocked me off too, but I do have screenshots of them and I going back and forth. And when I say them, it's because it was a guy and he brought in, I think, his girlfriend or something, or his wife or whatever it was. I don't know who she was. And that was the only reason I had not kicked them out of the restaurant when I felt they were sketchy. It was because for her. It wasn't for anyone else. It was honestly for her. And honestly, I'm just so shocked.
And then also goes on to say that all she wanted was an honest review.
So many influencers have come and paid for their food and have done honest reviews. That's all I wanted. I wanted an honest review. I'm a small business owner. Unfortunately, you know, times are tough. And if I can get 1 new customer a day, that's a goal.
And now this is where we get to the messages. Now, unfortunately, there is a comment, like, you know, you can reply like TikTok comments and it shows in the video. There's a comment that is just constantly here throughout all the screenshots, so it makes it kind of hard to read some of them, but I'm going to do my best. So this first message is from Yasmin. It says, hi, do you plan on making a video? And I'm going to have to try and piece this together. I think she goes on to say, like, since I barely saw you take any pictures, which she obviously mentioned in the video. It looks like she also goes on to say that she has a small business and giving people free food is not right when this was supposed to be a collab and it was only you taking a couple of pictures and eating my food. I really feel cheated and this is not okay. To which Delightful Discoveries replies saying, hey, first of all, watch your tone and the allegation you're putting, be mindful of your words. I mean, from what I'm seeing here, there doesn't seem to be some like crazy tone to this message, right? And there's no like real serious accusations, right? She's not going like, oh, you're just a straight up scammer and all this. She did say, I really feel cheated and this is not okay, so I guess maybe that's what he's referring to. But this does seem to be a bit of an odd way to respond to the message. It does also go on to say, have you not been taught manners or to have human decency or the way you speak to people? We had a collab, not a paid collab, and you speaking like you owe me. Things take time. I have videos pending from previous collab, some paid ones. We have timelines for paid, which is 2 weeks, and the unpaid ones is 3 weeks, and people like you is 3 to 4 weeks. And I mean, if he replied with just like this information initially, I don't think it would have been that big of a deal, right? I don't know why the beginning bit was there, like maybe just respond being like, okay, right, I understand, like you think the video's not being posted, but it's just going to take a little bit longer. I don't really understand this bit. It says, and the unpaid ones are 3 weeks, and people like you is 3 to 4 weeks, but I don't know what the people like you thing is, right? Because this is an unpaid one, so will that not fall in the middle category? I'm not sure. If you have patience to wait, I will definitely post content and do justice with collab. Again, there's another part of the message that we can't see here, but it does go on further to say, it was food which you restricted several items and provided what you want, so it was not what I usually do. I cover palace, I'm assuming that means place, ambience, food, preparation, and of course the food short in exchange of what is provided. Well, you went on and crossed your limits by teaching me my job. Do you pay me? Are you my owner? It's my style of content creation. You should be humble, not a beg. To which Yasmin replies saying, lol, I have dealt with over 30 food critics and influencers, if not more, and nobody has ever done what you did, and to address the issue of you making it seem as like you're doing a collab, that was not a collab. You guys immediately started eating the food without even taking pictures. There is no talking involved, so next time if you want to do a collab with somebody, make sure you're upfront about what you do after, and how you do it, and if you were posting it, you had no type of communication at all, and it had been days, so you need to watch your mouth. I've dealt with so many people people in my life, I can smell a fraud when I see one. And no, I did not pay you. You just took $90 worth of food and no influencers ever asked for more than 3 plates, so right away, that was a complete red flag. Yeah, so as we saw in the messages, he said that Yasmin limited what they could order. I'm not sure if that means that he wanted to order like a full-on extra meal, or maybe it was just some items specifically that he couldn't order. I'm not sure. I mean, it's free food at the end of the day, right? So I don't think he'd be that picky. Oh, in fact, actually, reading this message, it goes on to say, you wanted over 8 different plates, which is not okay. I'm not going to make you over $300 worth of food. Yeah, that is wild to ask for that much, if that is true. A crazy request. And from the beginning, when I seen you guys were eating immediately, I asked you, how do you do this? And you said you're taking pictures and then you post it. You never explain detail of what you do. We see a bit here that says, and the items you chose were 3 plates and a dessert, which I didn't choose them. You just wanted, and we can't really see what else is said there. I was not trying to be disrespectful because I'm not that type of person. I stated how I felt and you disrespected me with your response. That's not okay. As a man, you don't talk to women like that, and if you were clear from the beginning, I wouldn't have that complaint. I was not desperate for you to do a video on my restaurant. I was being nice. Even after I reviewed my cameras, I seen you guys barely took any pictures. You took more pictures of the restaurant than you did of the food. That's why I'm confused about all of this. And then this is where we see Delightful Discovery's response. It says, okay, so if you want to collab, be polite and mindful of your word and ask instead of concluding. You could have asked when I can expect the video. It was so simple, but you choose to put the allegation and called us scammers. We don't usually cover such small places and people with cheap mentality. If you still want to collab, let me know, or else send me your bill and I will send you mine for my time and efforts driving all the way to that place. This bit confused me, right? Because from what we're hearing, the best I understand it anyways, is that this wasn't a pre-planned thing. This was someone came in the restaurant and said like, oh, maybe we could do this deal. So if that is the case, which again, I'm not 100% sure, but if that is the case, then I don't know how you could ever possibly say like, I'll send you a bill for my efforts driving all the way to that place. I would be very interested to know what the bill would be, right? Because I can imagine in a situation like this, he would probably say more than $90 because the food order was, of course, $90. So that could be a way to be like, oh, we'll make it even, but not really even. Looking at the comments of this video, there seems to be a comment from Delightful Discoveries. From what I'm guessing here, it just says DDU, so Delightful Discoveries USA is what I'm guessing. The page is private and you can't tell what the account is by the picture, but I'm assuming that's who it is, judging by the reply as well. And the comment says, FYI people, $90 plus $20 tip is what she got, to which Yasmin replied saying, you should remove this comment, also knowing you are lying. I can't keep playing these games with you at this point. I already told you before, I'm gonna say it again. I will hire a private investigator and lawyer up because now I'm just being harassed and you keep saying you're gonna do something and you're not doing it. And then at this point, we didn't really hear an update for a few days, and now just 4 days ago, as I'm recording this video, we got a new update.
Hi guys, so I have an update regarding the guy that scammed me, and this is probably going to be a little long thing, but it's I have a message, I promise. I have a message attached to it. When I initially posted that video, it was to warn other small business owners like myself that have restaurants to be aware of him, right?
And then goes on to say that she has since spoke to the guy running the Delightful Discoveries page. Apparently he came across as vengeful in the messages. I'm not sure if it is the messages that we read. It's not very clear. Maybe there was like further conversation. But then also mentions that he ended up leaving a negative review, which I believe has been removed because I can't find it.
He actually reached out yesterday and he tried to come off as, what's the word for it? Vengeful. He was very vengeful. He left some reviews on my business, etc., etc. And I knew it was him because he started commenting saying that he left me $90 plus $20 tip, which that was not true. Anyways, long story short, and I swear I have a message regarding this.
Yeah, so she obviously mentions the comment that we read as well. She did also say there was reviews on top of that, from what I'm guessing, but then goes on to say that after speaking to him further, she wants to show him grace.
After going back and forth pretty much, and this is hard for me, you guys, because I'm the type that's like, I will come for your blood if you try to mess with me, you know? I'm that person. I will come for you. And but I've been going to church, and one thing the pastor was talking about last Sunday was showing grace, giving grace, right? Even if somebody like harms you or talks bad about you or even tries to ruin your life, you know? I mean, this is just a message in general there's some point in time where we should try to show grace. So with what I'm saying right here is, and forgiveness, okay? I've forgiven him. I talked to him yesterday. I've forgiven him, and he told me that he is being harassed, and I don't like that. He's being harassed, it's taking a toll on his mental health, etc., etc. So all I'm asking is nobody reach out to him anymore. I appreciate all of you that had my back. You guys are just freaking the real, like, VPs. Like, you guys are wow. But let's show him grace, because we are better. And hopefully he learned his lesson and he will not do this ever again.
And yeah, like I mentioned in a bunch of these videos, it's never okay to go over to someone's page and just start sending like hurtful, like horrible messages. That's not the way to go about it. And obviously the vast majority of people know that, right? Most people will just kind of give their thoughts on the situation. But unfortunately, there is some people that do take it too far. So I don't doubt that maybe there was some people that were doing that. But as we're hearing from Yasmin, she wants to show him grace. I'm assuming she just wants the situation to kind of be over with at this point. And hopefully this isn't a reoccurring thing that's going to happen to other businesses. Like I said, he does have food reviews on his page, so he definitely does post them every now and then. So maybe this was just a one-off, like, negative situation, right? Who knows? But either way, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about in today's video. What do you think should have been done differently? Who do you think is in the right, wrong, all that stuff? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'm going to leave it there. So if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new. Also, if you're interested in some other content, me and Emily have a channel. We've recently just uploaded a brand new video, kind of like a vlog type video. If you're interested in that, that's linked in the description. And yeah, until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, goodbye.